Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna be planting some, forgot what they're called already. Irises. We're planting irises that I found on the side of the road. Somebody was getting rid of them, so we're gonna take them and give them a nice little home. So, I just have some raised bed soil over here. It's nothing fancy, it's just soil with some mulch in it. And so I'm going to fill these gallon pots up about halfway with soil. That's a little bit more than halfway. And I'm gonna stick this in there like that. And because we're in Texas, we're gonna stick a little bit, you're supposed to leave this part outside, like a little bit showing, like this, above the dirt. But we're in Texas, so it's hot. So we're gonna cover this up just a little bit and then plant it like a regular plant. So that's what we're gonna do. I don't know what kind of irises these are. I'm kind of excited to find out. But I have a bunch over here. I'll show you at the end. Somebody was just getting rid of them. And the fun thing about these plants is that when they grow, they make little babies off this little ribosome thingy here, whatever you want to call it. And then you can separate them and make even more plants. So that's fun. Okay, so I'm gonna say this is pretty good. I'll show you what it looks like in there. Nice, pretty roots. I'm just gonna wrap them up on themselves a little bit. You know what? I think I'm gonna actually put a little hole in there. Yeah, I'm gonna make a little hole for it because its roots are kind of sassy. So I'm just gonna make a little hole for its roots to hang out in without hurting themselves, because roots are really very delicate and you're not supposed to hurt them, because that's how they get their water. So that's about good right there. You're gonna plant the little ribosome thingamabob. Ribosome. I don't know. You're gonna plant it horizontal, like you would anything else. You want the plant to be going up, and the ribosome to just be hanging out. They do like to breathe, as most plants do. They don't like to be soaked in water. It really depends on the plant. So you want to use a soil that's not gonna drown it. Kind of like how you use cactus soil for cactuses, because it dries out faster. This just happens to be a soil I have, so it's the soil I'm using. Okay, that looks pretty good, slightly covered. Looks like a happy plant. I already cut all the dead stuff off of it and I separated all these because they were all in like this huge pot. They were all in this huge pot all together. And some of them are massive. So that's what I mean. They grow together. There's two plants on here. And you probably shouldn't grab them like that, but I do. So I cut off all the ugly stuff because ew. Anyways, I think that's good. Give it a little pat. Show it some love and care. I'm just going to push down the soil a little bit, not too much. So. I have a bunch of these to do. This is what it looks like now. Nice and happy, right? I'll show you what they look like when I'm done, but that's what they're all, that's really the whole point of it. And we'll water them afterwards, even though this soil is good. So I'm on my last 2-gallon pots that I'm gonna do. And I was gonna show y'all these ones because they're like kind of my experiments. This little ribosome, whatever you want to call it, I don't even know what that's called, doesn't have any leaves. So I don't know if it's gonna live or not. So I think I'm just gonna plant this in this pot with it. I'm gonna curl up its little roots under it just because. I'm gonna plant it like kind of off to the side. I don't know if you can see that from over there. It's over in the corner. So, and then I'm gonna plant it with this one that I know will grow, maybe. They don't have that many roots. But, and I'm gonna put that over in the other corner. So they're kind of snug as a bug in there. I don't know if you can see that. That's what I'm gonna do. Maybe it'll grow, maybe it won't. If it doesn't, if it kills the whole plant because it's in there rotten, whatever. It's just a plant, plenty more. But, yeah. So that's how we're gonna do that. If some of your little things, because you know you're supposed to plant this thing all sideways, look at this. It's not even horizontal to begin with, but if you plant it horizontal, then this thing's gonna go whoop over that way, right? So you can either just plant it straight like this and hope that it'll be okay, because why would it not be okay? It grows in the ground however it wants to grow in the ground. Or you can just put some dirt on the side. I'll show you in a minute. Put some dirt on the side and make it straight. I think this one's all done. Maybe a little bit more dirt. You'll see that root hanging out by the side there. Had to push it back into the dirt. So let's put some more dirt on top of it. Okay. Good enough. Give it a little pit pat, just a little bit, because you don't want to like suffocate it. You just want to push the dirt down a little bit so that it has stability. This one is also an experiment because we got this nice little healthy guy right here, girl, guy, lady, whatever. And then we have this little raunchy dude who doesn't even have anything down here. I was thinking of putting them in some water and seeing if it'll grow. Then I decided I have 1, 2, 3 foot too many. I have too many of them, so I'm just gonna shove it in there and see if it'll grow. Because sometimes they do that. Roses do that. So yeah, with a rooting hormone, which I could put on there, but I don't really care. So yeah, I'm looking at the dirt in here, seeing if I think that's enough for it. I'm just gonna hold it in there, put some more dirt around it. I don't plant this one in the middle because I know that it's gonna, this one's nice and healthy, you know, and that one's not. So it's just gonna go on the side. That one had some fabulous roots, so I'm holding it up as I like put the dirt in there so it stays all nice and happy where I want it while I do this. So I planted that one. I don't know how I planted it because it doesn't really matter, but it looks like it's going like slightly straight. I don't know. My point was, if you put it horizontal and you want this to be straight, you just pour more dirt on this side and push it down and it'll hold it up. Anyways, we're gonna push this down a little bit because them roots were all hanging out there without dirt under it, so we're gonna push it down so the roots can have something around it. But we don't want to push it down too much because the roots like air. And then this dude made a little finger hole for it. Just stick it off to the side over there. Push some dirt onto the side, help it hold up a little bit. Maybe give it some of this table dirt, a little sprinkle. So I still have to do these big mofos because I'm giving these ones bigger pots because they're bigger leaves and they have much happier root systems than those ones. So I still have these ones to do. And I'm planting 2 of these in the pots because there's like 2 of them and I don't want to waste all those pots. So that way if they grow and they get all big, then I can just take the pot out, split it in half, make a new one, you know? So that's what I'm gonna do with those. I haven't gotten quite started on them yet. And then this guy is just gonna get a fancy little pot. Oh, but one of his leaves is all breaking like this. This is one of those leaves where I would just rip it off because it's not gonna do me any good. So there we go. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more to do. I'm tired. I'm probably gonna take a break. And it's hot. Okay, so here's most of the irises planted, replanted. They got all kinds of leaves growing and drooping and doing all kinds of stuff like this. And since whoever ripped them out of the ground, I'm probably going to cut these back so they can focus on like growing roots, but I don't want to cut too much off that they can't keep up, you know? So I'll probably just cut the ones that are like doing all this stuff, cut them down to where they can at least handle themselves, you know? You got to cut them back down in the winter anyways, and it's September, so I think they'll be fine. But that's what I'm going to do. Their soil's already pretty moist, so I'm not going to water them. I'm not done. I still have a couple more that I need to do, but I'll get around to that in a second. I'm going to plant these guys. I got some mint growing. Little baby mints. Anyways, I'm gonna plant these guys in the ground because they got some big old roots on them. So I'm gonna plant them just directly into the ground. I'm gonna make a little line right here and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. And I'm gonna do some over there too, but they got I've been wetting the ground because it's freaking dry. So that's what we're working on now. See you in a minute. Okay, so this is the first one I'm doing. As you can see, I didn't dig that deep of a hole for it because once again, those things don't like to, they should be above the ground. Except for in Texas. Because it's freaking hot. So I made it shallow. And then I'm just going to cover it up with the dirt that was already there. But I think I'm actually going to put some water down because it's dry. You can't see right now because I watered the ground to get the dirt out. It's still dry under there. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of water and then I'm going to cover it back up. So. A little bit of water. That's good. Then we're going to cover it up.